Things that my pathologically lying ex-husband lied about.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is another banging video as always. We're having another amazing video. So this video is a story. I won't say it's a story time. It's a sister coming online to explain how and things that a pathological ex-husband was lying about. So apparently this sister came online to talk about some of the things a pathological ex-husband was lying about, and some of the things she was listing out that her ex-husband was lying about will got you thinking. Her ex-husband was lying about talking to his brother, his friends, when he hasn't spoken to his brother for ages. He was talking about how his friends, he does not have any friend. He talked about how he was the vice president of a company when he was just a forklift a lifter. He talked about how he said he almost paid for a mortgage, allow a bank check to clear, and there was nothing like that. Like some ridiculous things that she was listing that her ex-husband was lying, and that just really got me thinking. She went on to point out how she might have actually missed some of these things, and some of the, like, we all know, like, there are some BS men outside and there are some BS people that are pathological liar. Let me know down in the comment section if you have ever experienced a pathological liar ever in your life. I have, which maybe I will talk about another story. But it wasn't a man, it was a girl, a old lady. So there are people like that just lie for nothing. But anyway, guys, let's go here, check out this sister's story and hear what she has to say. And please let me know your thought down in the comment section. I'm going to share my thought later on in the video. But please go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you think. So with that all said, guys, let's go check out this video. Then we'll come back and talk more.
Okay, so things that my pathologically lying ex-husband lied about. Backstory. I'm gonna try to get as much of this as I can into this video, because I hate when people say follow for part 2, but I'm gonna try. All right, backstory number 1. We met in March of 2020.
Lockdown.
Georgia got shut down, locked down 2.5 weeks later. We got married January of 2021, and we were divorced August of 2021. So keep in mind that this story is spanning March of 2020 until about June of 2021, because I kicked him out the house on his birthday. So we met online, Facebook dating and Hinge. I will never do online dating again, but that is where I met him. My tire blew on 285 just before Boulder Crest, on my way to our first date.
Oh.
Clearly that was a sign. I didn't listen. But my tire blew, and he met me at a gas station. We were supposed to be meeting at Cheesecake Factory, but because the tire blew, he met me at a gas station, fixed my tire, then took me to go get another tire, paid for it. And I just thought, oh my God, this is the beginning of a beautiful romantic story. Boy, was I wrong. So, things he lied about. Every morning he would get on the phone with his brother. We'll call his brother John. He would get on the phone with John and he would be like, hey, babe, John said good morning. And I'm in the bathroom doing my hair because I still had to go to work at this time. And so I would just say, hey, John, call out, hey, John. And, he would relay back and forth what I said to John, what John said to me. I never actually talked to John on the phone. Okay. And so he would be like, I can't wait for COVID to be over. Me and my girl, we're going to come see y'all. I can't wait for Auntie to meet her. Side note, his parents are deceased, excuse me. So he was like, I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Like, I know I'm gonna marry her. I know it. He said everything I wanted to hear. Love bombing 101. This man wrote the book. So he talked to his brother every day. He talked to his friends every day in front of me. He would be on the phone laughing, cutting up, cracking jokes, telling them, hey, she said, hey, just having conversation, like a normal conversation. I didn't think anything of it. It wasn't until he got kicked out of my house in June of 2021 that I found out every single phone call was made up. He was never on the phone.
How?
I don't know. Those of you who are watching, you're probably like, there's no way. Listen to what I'm saying. Everything I'm telling you can be verified.
Okay.
Every single phone call he ever had was made up.
How?
The phone calls where he called to pay his car off, made up. The phone call to the realtor when we were looking at houses, made up.
How?
The phone call to the bank for them to release the money for the house that he signed his name for, made
How?
up.
Says.
Every phone call was made up.
How?
His brother, every day, he and his brother had not spoken since 2015 when his mother died. I found that out later on. He made up every phone call. He had no friends, but yet every phone call would be my friend this, my friend that. The second lie, his job. He told me when I first met him out the gate that he was a VP at his company. He had been transferred from California to Georgia, and he was in the process of, getting himself settled. He was looking to buy a house. His job was VP of a major condiment company. I won't say the name because I don't want to get sued. But he said that his job was VP at that company. It is fair to note he paid every bill. He paid all the bills.
Okay.
He gave me spending money.
He has money.
Like, even though we were quarantined, locked down in my little townhouse, again, this story was always he's trying to buy a house. So when we got together, it was we need to buy a house together. Like, this is forever. We're going to have a family. Let's go ahead and find a house. So the lie is that he was a VP at his company. And he maintained that lie every day. Truth is, he was a temp. He called me from work all the time. I may have to make a different video to explain how he was able to lie with the work stuff.
Sis.
So he would call me and he would pretend to reprimand employees who couldn't see that he had a Bluetooth thing in his ear. He would pretend to reprimand them in front of me.
How?
He would pretend to take phone calls from the company president who needed his help on something. He forged emails that he showed me from the company president asking him, we need to get this up and running. We need to do this project. We need to do that. It is scary how brilliant he was and how much energy he put into the lie. But he was a temp. He was a temp forklift driver. There's nothing wrong with a forklift driver.
Okay.
But he was pretending to be a VP. Third lie, housing. He told me he was looking to buy a house. We got together and we started looking at houses. I found a beautiful 5-bedroom, 6-bath house in Smyrna, Georgia that was gorgeous. It was brand new construction build, and I love the house. The house was listed for $699,000. He showed me paperwork from Chase Bank saying that he was approved for a mortgage for $750,000.
How?
Yeah. I watched as he put in an all-cash offer on this $699,000 house. I watched him sign his name to a legally binding document for an all-cash offer. The reason why the house fell through was because the builder did not want to finish the basement. We were requesting that the basement get finished. He did not want to, so he declined our offer and took the offer of another couple who didn't need the basement finished. That's the only reason why that house fell through. I see now where God's grace protected me because, well, it really protected him because legally I was not his wife, so I was not on the mortgage for that home. So, third lie had to do with housing. Fourth lie had to do with baby. So, I got pregnant, lost the baby. I was sad at the time. I am not anymore. But lost the baby, had to have a D&C. When I was in the hospital, the doctor called him to let him know, she'll be discharged. Because again, this is COVID, so you could not go in the hospital at the time when I had the surgery. So the doctor called him and said, she's going to be released in an hour and a half. He pretended to be his own executive assistant. And so he said, you know, Mr. James is in a board meeting, but I'm his executive assistant, David. How can I help you? You can let me know what's going on. Obviously, the doctor wouldn't do that. So she just said, you know, please let him know that Miss So-and-so will be ready for pickup in an hour and a half. He told the doctor he's in a board meeting until about for about another 30 minutes, and then he'll be on his way. I should have only been in the hospital for an hour and a half. I was there for 3 hours because, again, he was a temp forklift driver, so he couldn't get off work. But I didn't know that at the time. So those are just some of the things that my pathological lying ex-husband did.
What?
There's so much more. I have severe PTSD.
Wow.
And I know it's my fault. I know that I did not trust myself. I did not pay attention to the United Nations of red flags. I did not pray. And I am paying the consequences for that. So there's nothing anyone can say to me, girl, you was dumb. I was desperate. I wanted to be married.
Hear that?
I wanted a family. And I thought it was my turn.
Listen, ladies.
And instead, I got pulled into something my brain could not even comprehend. And guess what, guys? What I just told you, it's only 5% of the story.
What?
So yeah, let me know if anybody knows somebody at Lifetime. And also, if any of you got any sort of gift cards for Stella Rosa Black, I'll take those as well. That's my story.
Well, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we are allowed to disagree, but do it in a respectful way. So this woman's story has gotten a lot of people talking, and there's even more to this story. Like the part of the story you guys want to hear, because like I personally, I have so many questions. I know a lot of people that have seen this video have so many questions. This video has gone viral and has gotten everybody questioning. Like for me, it's like, how did he get the house lease that the mortgage almost went through? How? Then how was he able to afford giving you allowance, paying all the bills? How much was his pay? I have a whole lot of questions. And how was he able to pretend he was talking to people without you realizing he was not talking to anybody on the other line of the phone? Literally, guys, I have a whole lot of questions. And I know a whole lot of people have so much question about this. For me, I really have a whole lot of questions. But one thing I have to say about this is that one thing she said that really hit, and I want a lot of ladies to listen. She said she was desperate to be married and have kids. And this is something a whole lot of ladies, they see somebody, and because the person is doing everything the right way, love bombing them and everything, they are literally like, oh, no, this is God sent. I think this is my time. They don't want to even listen to people around them that's telling them, like, red flag, watch out, and all that. They don't want to listen. Like, I posted a video. I'm not saying that has to, like, anything will happen to their relationship. That's not marriage. But this video I posted about a lady who met a guy on Match.com, and they're engaged after 30 days. And she's going on with the whole plan of marriage. But for me, is that this is why we always preach it. If you know this channel, I know that you know that one thing we always talk about is how we women can desensitize men. We're not saying that, oh, we don't need men. No. We don't need men. We want men. Until women start getting into that mindset, knowing that we don't need them, we want them. But society has programmed our mind to think that we need them, so we'll do anything to secure them, even though it means that we have to ignore the red flag, even though it means that we have to be so desperate. And one thing that really strikes me is that a whole lot of women, a whole lot of ladies are so desperate that they ignore the red flag, but the men are not. So most times, like in my society, a man getting married to you is almost like the man is doing you, a service, a man is helping you out, getting married to you, and women really needs to get off that mindset and know that they are good enough, they are enough. And this is why I also get into the conversation of trauma healing, trauma response, and all that. A whole lot of us, because we don't have a healthy relationship when it comes to family base, we look for that family somewhere else, because society has planted in our heads that we need a man who will grow our own family, and our own family is going to love us unconditionally. Which I'm not saying that does not happen, but that takes a whole lot of work, because it don't just happen. Because if you're looking for somebody that is going to take away that void you feel in your life, or somebody that is going to be there for you and you are not there for yourself, it's not going to work that way. There's one thing I always talk about, and I always talk to people about, is that be enough for yourself. My own is that if you cannot show up for yourself, how do you expect another human being to show up for you? And that's one thing a whole lot of us ladies, we ignore. We let go of ourselves and we focus all our energy to this male figure, this my man, and we lose sight of some of the red flags and all that. For me, how did she miss all this? I'm not trying to victim shame, but how did she mix all those lies? Those are like, those are really well thought out planned by him. Because how could you, like, those are well thought out plans in the email, the phone calls. Those are well thought out plans. You need to be a pathological liar for you to really pull such plan. And even a scam, because I'll literally run this as a scam automatically. Like, really, how can you pull that off? It's almost impossible. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really want questions to all these answers. So that's why, ladies, I will always say, take time, heal yourself, know yourself, love yourself, know exactly what you want. Don't take the bare minimum and one thing I would say, do your investigation, because we've clearly seen that there are some men that will put on the facade, that will love bomb you just to get you committed, just to get you in that place. But I hope this lady is doing fine. I hope she's doing great. But let me know your thought about this story down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Please don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share your thought. Don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this girl and this channel. So go ahead and share this video. I saw that this lady has done an update, which I'm just going to check out, okay, and let you guys know if there's any update and more details to this story. So with that all said, guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys later. Deuces.